Do you love old cars and trucks? Join us on Bring 'em Back to Life, where we search the salvage yards and backyards of America to find that gold mine of a parts car or that restorable gem in the rough. Come with us down memory lane as we elevate the status of our salvage yards to outdoor museums of automotive history.
Well, today, Renee and I are in Sanford, Maine. We're coming to visit Mr. Les Sanborn, also known as the Rod Father, in Sanford. And he's a private collector of classics and antiques and a couple of old race cars as well. And like I said, he's a private collector, and he's going to show us what he's got that he's willing to downsize. Nice to meet you again. Up here in Maine.
Maine.
Got some vehicles out here.
Yeah, them there are just an overflow.
An overflow.
All the good stuff's inside.
Okay, well, let's see what you have.
Kind of messy from the winter.
And thank you for your service to our country as a Vietnam veteran. So you also love motorcycles.
Well, I don't ride anymore. I had a stroke a few years ago, so I know enough to stay off them now. So.
Oh, now how did you become known as the Rod Father?
Just look.
It started.
Usually I have 10, 12, 15 hot rods. Right now I got about 8 or 9. But that's how that all came about. It's because I had so many hot rods, you know.
Right, okay.
And I go to, everybody knows me. See, that's my shirt.
That's right. I saw that up at Stafford, and that kind of drew attention to you. Now, was that a 30 Model A?
That's a 29 Model A Shay. What a Shay is, in 1979, Ford reproduced the 29A. That's a reproduction with a Mustang 2 drivetrain from the factory.
Okay.
You can drive that 70 on a turnpike.
Right.
No problem.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, and it's all fiberglass except for the hood. And this is a 65 King Midget. I don't know if you've ever seen one or not. That's a street car.
What was the make?
It's a King Midget.
King Midget.
They used to have a Wisconsin motor. This one's been upgraded to a Cowl. They're a 2-cylinder car. They go 55, 60, no problem.
Now that has a Hawaiian plate on it.
Yeah, well, years ago that's where it was, but not, you know, years and years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, they use them. You know, that's kind of like an island car, you know. So
okay. Right.
It's not a turnpike car. But
right.
This is this came off the Indianapolis Speedway as a pace car back in 2008. And it replicated the 78, 2008, and same color as the 78 Corvette, silver and black. And it goes, probably go 180 or so.
Now, is this a custom application for you, or you?
That's it?
Yes.
Well, that's my sticker, yeah, but the rest of the stuff came from the track for Indy, was on there.
Uh-huh.
The pace cars on the side and stuff, yeah, if you can see it.
Now, was this a make-em auction car at one time?
Yeah, one guy sold the whole collection, yeah.
Oh.
Actually, it was on not that long ago. 6 months, 8 months ago. But it's built for the track and stuff. It's very fast. And this is a 308 Ferrari. And we made that car. It's actually a Fiero.
A Pontiac Fiero?
Yeah, it's a perfect clone.
Right.
You buy the body, the Fiero frame and drivetrain pretty much accepts it. It's not that hard to do. I mean, you know, you gotta know what you're doing a little bit.
Right. So it's got a V6 in it?
Yep.
Well, behind the driver.
Yeah, it's mid-engine. Most people don't know it's not a real Ferrari. I mean,
Yeah.
The body is exact replica.
Wow. And they can be purchased.
The body can.
The body can. So you just need to go find a Fiero.
Find a donor car. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's a 2000 Porsche, like brand new. I kind of bought it for my gal, but she don't like shifting it, so.
Oh.
And I don't like shifting either.
Not anymore, huh?
This is 32 Ford 3-window, which arguably is the most sought after street rod. It's got a glass body, rest of it's steel.
Oh,
Body's glass. Well, if you want to buy just the body with nothing else, no frame or nothing, you're gonna pay 20 for a steel one, just for the cab.
yes, right. And then a lot of people chop them down, and so if you're a 6-foot guy, you can't drive them.
Right, right.
And they're kind of narrow. That was the narrowest frame they made.
Yeah, this one's, you know, it's not a lot of room in it, but it ain't bad.
No, that's a nice
Got a
modern steering column.
Tilt wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a 305, so it's just kind of a cruiser.
Oh, so it's a Chevy drivetrain.
Most people use Chevys. It's easier to come by, easier to get parts for. I know the Ford guys say, hey, you know Ford Motor? But you know what I tell the Ford guys? I put Chevy motors in because I want to get home after I eat. They don't like to hear that much.
Well, Renee certainly found something over there that's interesting. She's looking at your model collection.
Oh, yeah, they're actually when I was a kid, they were actually my toys.
They were your toys, huh?
When I was a kid, yeah. This is a Chevy SSR.
Right.
They made them, I think, 3 years, 03 to 06.
So you use this one kind of as a pace vehicle at Lee Speedway?
I have, yeah. My real pace car is over here, the Dodge. Come over here a minute. That's one we usually use.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm kind of retired from that this year, so
Now, is that a Challenger RT?
yeah. No, Charger.
Charger RT.
Charger,
Okay.
yeah. And I used this for a pace car for a while also. Mustang.
Now, is that a real GT350?
It's a real GT350. A Shelby, no.
Okay.
It's kind of a clone Shelby. But you know, I got so many cars.
Well, it happens. You know, you love them, and if you can do it, then why not?
I just bought this for my gal.
This one you had up at the at the Speedway at Stafford.
It's a special, they call it a designo.
Right.
As you can see inside, it's,
And it's got a tag on the windshield that says it's a real Daimler.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that up at the Speedway.
Designo had the special interior and everything in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice car.
Oh, sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the top comes down on that one.
Yep. It's a 40 Packard. Pretty rare car.
I would think so. And it's a coupe.
Yep. And it's got a Chevy drivetrain again. You know, someone could really make a nice vehicle out of this. It runs and drives like a brand new car. But you know, the paint needs buffing and this needs done. And this Grumpy Jenkins old Vega. Remember Grumpy Jenkins?
I wasn't into drag racing that much, so I'm not familiar with it, but it's a pretty...
Well, he had 5 Vegas. He totaled one. He had 4 left, and that one got kicking around and ended up over to my place. So let's go in here if you want. This is a 48 Chevy on a Chevelle frame, so it drives just like a Chevelle. 350 automatic, power steering, power brakes, air conditioning.
So the wheelbase for a Chevelle was just right for it,
About
huh?
the same, yeah. Chevelle, Monte Carlo, same thing. Yeah. I got a fairly unique snowplow.
Yeah, I guess you do. A Hummer snowplow. Well, you might as well put them to work. They're made to work. But this thing is really fancy. It's got a lot of goodies
Yeah, that's a
inside.
31 Ford Vicky, all steel. Yeah, it's got mostly 32 foot parts on it, but the cab is a 31 Vicky.
Uh-huh.
The back Vicky.
This is a real street rod, an early
Oh
one.
yeah, this is traditional.
Yeah, right, right.
This is a couple of Chevelles, both 72s.
72s,
Yeah.
right. And one has a cloth top.
Yeah, we got a convertible over there, the red one.
I'll have to
They're
swing.
both real primo cars, nice cars. I would hate to part with these, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So.
Now this one here is a Cowl Induction Ss.
Yeah.
Does it have
This is an SS clone,
a big block or?
small block.
It's a small block,
Yeah.
but it's a clone.
Both of them, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anybody need a hubcap?
Well, you know that happens.
That's a 76 Rolls Royce over there, like brand new. Yeah.
Now how did you come across the
Oh, I
Rolls
took it in
Royce?
trade, and traded with a guy, and I had a weak moment, I guess.
Well, when I was a senior in high school, about the same time you were, obviously,
Yeah.
my grandfather had a 1934 Rolls Royce.
Really?
And he picked me up at the bottom of the stairs of our main building the day I left high school with his Rolls Royce and his chauffeur uniform on. So I have somewhat of a memory with an early Rolls Royce.
This is my swap meet shopping cart. You push it and as you're steering, your handles.
Right.
That is,
It doesn't really function as a
no.
running vehicle,
no,
but
you just push it through the swap meet.
yeah.
Made out of a couple of wheelbarrows.
Yeah, that's right.
And they take more pictures of that than they do anything.
It's like a car with a lot of patina gets attention.
So here's a steering.
Oh yeah, yeah. You steer it from the back.
Yeah, you just walk by, do your shopping,
Yeah.
and pretty cool. This is 76, like brand new.
Not too many of those in around here.
No, I'd like to have somebody, you know, take it out of here and keep it and do well with it, you know, because I don't have no use for it actually.
So was Valentina the owner's name, or was that a?
They say it was Rudolph Valentino's old car, but I don't know.
Okay.
But it's primo condition.
Make believe.
It's like brand new, this thing. You look in here and stuff, it's like brand new. And it's the extended model. Actually, it's a 4-inch longer wheelbase.
So it's an extended Silver Shadow.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's pretty much perfect. Got 80,000 miles on it.
And I can see why you've got a point where you want to downsize, but
Oh, yeah, I mean, well, the thing of it is,
they're your family though.
you know, I'm 71 now, and I can't work on them like I used to. I have to have help.
Right, right.
I do have a mechanic that comes over a couple times a month. Yeah, this is a nice hot rod.
Now, what year was the first Victoria? Is this one of the first
This
ones?
might be, yeah.
And
Don't hold me to it, but I think.
right, and it's really cute that it's called Vicky.
Right.
Yep.
Now, see, what gives this away is a gas tank here. 32 was in the back. So everything on it's 32 except for the body.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you know the story about these now. Henry Ford wanted everything affordable.
Right.
So he didn't have a fuel pump.
That's right.
This was gravity feed.
Gravity feed.
So if you didn't have a full tank and you was going up a hill, you had to turn around and back up the hill.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my grandfather told me that story.
When I was growing up, my dad had what they call doodle bugs. People had made them during
Right.
World War II. A lot of these became tractors.
Yep.
And I remember the gas tanks in the cowls.
Now my grandfather did the same thing, made one into a tractor, and he had this, he jacked it up, put a belt on it, on the tire, and it ran a saw rig.
Yeah, right,
That's how he ran his.
right. Oh, they did everything they could.
Yep.
Farmers were geniuses in many cases.
Yeah, I'd just like to say Lee Speedway, the 5th of May, is having the Rodfather Swap Meet and Car Show. And we're hoping it's going to be a big deal. And we open up, I think it's the middle of May, we have a Monster Truck Show. And then I think our first race is pretty close to June, late May.
Right, okay.
I've been over there for years. Needless to say, I don't race anymore, but
And where is that?
Lee, New Hampshire,
Lee, New Hampshire.
right off 125.
That's a pretty little Falcon 260.
You know, that just landed here about an hour
Is
ago.
that the one you told me was coming?
Yeah.
Now, is that a 64?
Yeah, it's a 260,
Yeah.
3 speeds.
Oh, 3-speed?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to my friend. I don't need it. It was kind of thrown in the deal. I got a 36 Plymouth Coupe coming,
Oh,
so he threw this in the deal because I got a 54 Chevy down in the basement that's worth, you know, a few bucks.
uh-huh.
So we did a two deal trade.
I see. Well, I scrounge in salvage yards trying to find restorable cars.
Oh yeah.
And I show people what I find. Well, the car that I'm going to be working on this next episode is a 76 Mercury Comet.
Okay.
And I found it and I said, why is this car here? This thing is a little grandma's grocery getter. It's as clean as that Falcon.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it got towed from a parking lot.
Really?
And the owner probably didn't know it got towed because it said, there's a note in it that said it was his summer car.
Yeah.
And it was in the yard, I figure 6 years. When I found it, some pieces got bought off it. But I found the pieces needed in another salvage yard and I bought them. So we're going to put it back together and bring it back to life.
Good for you. And that's a 25 Dodge. That's kind of my
Wow.
lawn
Lawn ornament.
yard art.
Yep, yep.
And my styrofoam rock. I'll tell you a little something about these little pickups. That used to be a sedan.
Well, that happened to a lot of sedans.
Yeah, well, the reason being was Uncle Sam during the war paid a lot of money for metal.
Yeah,
So you'd start tearing your car up, and then you make a little pickup.
right.
And now you get double gas stamps. So there's quite a motive for it.
Oh yeah, I've found a lot of them in yards out in the Midwest. You can tell they were cut down sedans.
This is a 67 Chevelle, 79,000 miles. It was used in 2 movies with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Really?
Bronx Tale and Carlito's Way. And the car's pretty much perfect. I still have the New York filming plates that they used when they filmed the movies.
Really?
And Al Pacino had a jacket in the back when he signed it.
Uh-huh. Wow.
This
So,
is the Plymouth Prowler, as you know.
yes.
They made those 97, 99, and 2000. And that was it. And they're all V6s, but they don't weigh anything, so they're pretty fast.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's probably 5, I think it's a 0 to 60, 5.7, something like that. But I mean, it ain't as fast, you know.
So your 67 Chevelle still has the New York plate on it
And
now?
I got the other set that was on there for the other movie.
Oh, for the movie, uh-huh.
Yeah, I got both sets. And a jacket in here with Al Pacino sign.
Now what engine does the 67?
283 power glide.
Okay, the basic drivetrain.
Yep. That's a 27 Doctor's Coupe. All steel except the fenders. Got a Corvette Motor, 327.
Whoa, that's a lot for that little car.
Yeah, it goes good.
I bet it does.
This is a replica of a 1903 Oldsmobile. Goes about 25 miles an hour.
You know, I interviewed a man 2 months ago. I did a whole show on him. He builds nothing but replicas of first vehicles.
Really?
Yes, he's in Connecticut.
Yeah, he probably like that one. That's a nice little rig. Goes about 25. It's got a 12 horse Briggs in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's got plenty of power. It's got a lawnmower transmission, so you got reverse and all kinds. See?
Oh, yes, I see. 1903. He builds, when he builds the replicas, he builds the engines and everything to
does he?
the right specifications as he can find them.
I'm not that clever.
So,
This is well, probably one of the nicest dune buggies around.
yeah, it sure is.
Very thick body. It's
This is 63 Nova.
yeah. Yeah, that's got 60,000 miles.
2-door.
6-cylinder power glide.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, there's the
2-door
6.
hardtop.
It-
Still has the plastic on the seats
Really?
from years ago. Yeah. Awfully nice car.
So the back seat factory material's never been sat on.
Yeah. This is a 36 Chevy pickup, all steel. There's no plastic fenders or nothing on there.
Really?
It's all steel. It's got like a parquet floor, look at the floor on it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, wide oak boards.
And it's power brakes, tilt wheel, nice little truck.
I guess so. Sure is.
These had the roll-out windshield.
Yeah, the windshield.
And then it's,
I wanna show you your door artwork there.
yeah,
And what year is this pickup? 30 what?
36.
36.
Here's the motor.
That's all modern setup. That's pretty.
Yeah,
This an automatic also?
yeah. That's about all I want now, automatic.
This
This is 63 VW's with a canvas-like roof.
Oh yes,
Pretty rare car.
with that roof on it, yes. I got my driver's license on a 64 Beetle.
Oh, really?
Yep, yep. Has
Well,
been,
this is 63.
yeah, they were pretty close.
Pretty nice car. Pretty nice car.
So the 63 had the gas gauge in the dash,
Yep.
and that was an upgrade.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Before the early ones, 59, 60, they had a pedal on the floor. When you ran out of gas, you had to reach down, turn that pedal. It gave you a quart to get to the gas station.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
58 Ford convertible.
So that is a rare car.
Yeah, it's been shaved because the chrome on these is like copper color. I like it better shaved.
Oh, yeah, that's what looks different, yeah.
Then we upgraded it to a 390. Yeah, would have had a 352.
Uh-huh.
So it's more user friendly now.
So it's a Fairlane 500, which was...
Yeah. And if you can get through here. Yeah, I call it a baby boomer car. That's about who would want this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Well, my grandma had a 58 Ford when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was a four-door, but that was my grandma's car.
This over here is a 54 Ford Skyline, which has the glass roof.
Oh, the same roof that some mid-50s Crown Vics had,
Yeah,
that option.
this is old original. It's got it was ordered with power seats and power windows.
In 54.
54.
That's an unusual
And all the
option.
original paperwork. Look at the motor. I mean, the car's brand new.
It sure is. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That sure is.
And the 54 Chevy Bel Air is just about as nice.
With a Continental kit.
Yep. Factory skirts.
Wow.
Yeah, 6-cylinder Power Glide. Power Glide, they still use them in the NHRA. They
Yeah.
hunt for those. You know.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
bulletproof. And I don't know if some people probably know, but anyway, Power Glide is the only one you can push. Get it going 30 miles an hour, drop it low, and it will turn the motor over and stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
This here is my old road course car. Mazda Miata, all set up for the track. Got 4 sets of wheels with it. And that's available, reason being is I can't pass the physical anymore.
Oh,
So I'd like to have, there's a lot of work in this car. I'd like to have somebody get some enjoyment out of it.
and there's your name, Les Sanborn.
And it's got 2 racing seats because some of the functions they have at Seika,
Yes,
you can have a passenger.
yes, yeah. Uh-huh.
So I mean, it's a fun little car.
Now, I see you've got Amsoil stickers on this. Have you been an Amsoil dealer
No,
yourself?
it's just sometimes Amsoil throws us some oil and stuff.
Oh,
So we run the, you know,
okay.
through the racing all the years, through the racing, they've always been around.
That's right. Yeah, I'm an Amsoil dealer.
You are?
Yes.
Oh, unbelievable. And this is the Pontiac Solstice. They only made those, what, 3 years, I think? 3, 4? And this one's a GXP turbocharged. It's pretty fast.
Now, they say you only drive them on the first day of summer, right?
Yeah. Well, these will all be changed around once I get going here.
Right, well, we're in the end of April, so there's, like I said, it was just Easter Sunday, so, and we're only at Tuesday.
Yeah, I've got to, this one's all ready to go. I have to register it. I put concept on the plate just because it used to be a concept car, so.
Right, yeah, it was, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were able to get the plate, so that's a novelty.
But they're all aluminum and composite. They don't weigh much. And there's really no trunk. The top is in there. There's no room for nothing. If you were going away, you'd have to have your old lady holding the suitcase because you ain't gonna put it in the back. There's no room at all in them.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And they had ugly bumpers, but a lot
Yeah,
of people take them off, but you're
Oh.
pretty vulnerable in the front, I think,
yeah.
you know.
yeah, all that stuff's vulnerable.
Chip Foose did a lot of designing on this.
Oh,
It's like a 33 Ford.
very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
That grill just slants back a little more and stuff, yeah.
But you talk about something drawing a crowd.
Uh-huh.
Every time you park it, there's a... Yeah, down here at the Sanford Airport, about 3 miles from here. There's one of the last drags they had. But it was a very, very, very safe drag strip. Had almost a mile to stop. But the town closed it. I raced there 15, 16, 17, 18, then I got drafted. And I came back, it was closed. I think it ran from 59 to 66 or 7, right in there somewhere. Yeah, this is a nice old car. It's Doctor's Coupe. Why they call it a Doctor's Coupe, I'm not sure. And again, this one used to have the tank up front also.
Okay, right, right.
In the back now.
And you've got a 1927 plate.
Yep. Yeah, it's got a 1964 327 Corvette Motor, which was 340 out of the car. And we pumped it up a little bit to get 365 out of it. Yeah. It's all steel except the fenders. Yeah, this one's all stock. No one's put any Taiwan chrome on it or anything. All original.
Well, in the light here on my camera, it looks white, but it's really, it's a light yellow.
Yeah, it's a butternut.
Butternut, okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's drives as nice as it looks.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, runs great. This car here has the original bill of sale,
Oh, wow.
and it came from Amity Auto Sales in.
Amityville, New York, that's Long Island.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep, that's Long
And
Island.
it was $3,015, and the people traded in a '64 Chevy convertible. They gave them $1,100.
Oh, my.
So
The
Yeah,
tr-
that's-
and it was only 3 years newer.
yeah,
Huh. Interesting. Yep, like I say, every car has a story, but most of them get lost.
yeah. I like that. I like it when they have a lot of paperwork. See, this one's got all the dealer
Yeah, the
flyers.
glove box and everything, right. It's all here. So this one will go with the right offer, huh?
Yeah, I haven't really used it yet. I bought it last year, used it for one day to drive it home. So I'd like to use it,
Right.
but I suppose, the way, like I told my girlfriend upstairs, that whatever goes has got to go. I have a friend that owns a Sprint Cup car. He's from Orchard Beach. He's with the big boys on television. And these are all my toys when I was a kid. My Roy Rogers lunchbox, my Mickey Mouse ears.
Wow.
My Donald Duck projector, and picture of you, Bentley Warren that owns Bentley's Saloon, which will open up April 27th, 26th, I think, this week anyway.
Now, he's a local up here, right?
Yeah, he's quite the legend.
That's amazing you were able to keep all your childhood toys.
Well, I had a home up here in Sanford, and they were up in the attic.
Oh,
And just
Nice.
before I sold the home, I said, I'm going to go up and check it out. And a lot of that stuff was up there. So.
well, I thank you very much, Les.
Okay, I'm glad you came over.
Been nice to meet you, and I'm sure somebody, I'll put your phone number on, and I'm sure somebody will be asking about something that you have,
Okay.
and it's up to you.
And to the young guys out there, never mind the tuners. Let's stay with the Ford and Chevy V8s and stuff like that. Tuners are okay for a second car. Use these first.
Good instructions. Thank you, Les. What do you have there, Les?
I have a little shirt for you. And hope you wear it proudly.
Well, I thank you very much. I'll have my own Rod Father shirt.
Yeah.
And when I make mine for Bring 'em Back to Life, I'll have to send you one.
Okay, yeah.